Hey guys, welcome back. This is thimblethreads.com with another Magic Band Plus application video. So if you have found this video, then you know that most of these instructions don't really apply. Found the video here, but then there's also a little bit of troubleshooting, which if you need more troubleshooting, we do have a video on this channel. It's geared toward the 2.0 Magic Bands, but most of the tips and tricks also apply to the Magic Band. Now, today we will be applying a Magic Band Plus skin for printed skins. If it's got a pattern on it, it's a printed skin. If it does not glow in the dark, it is just a printed skin. You are in the right place. Now I have to tell you, if at any point you run into any snags, any concerns, anything at all, set it down, walk away, stop what you are doing, and send us a message. Almost always it's going to be to give it a bit more heat or to hold it in place or to let it cure, but we can absolutely 100% of the time always help. So stop what you're doing, send us a message if you need any assistance at all. We are very responsive and respond as quickly as humanly possible. That is what you need to know. Now, in your package, in your bubble mailer, you will find the enclosed envelope with your instruction card that almost is not applicable and an alcohol wipe to go ahead and prep your Magic Band. But you will also need, I like to use a toothpick, and you will absolutely need a hairdryer, okay? So, included with your skin, what you want to do is you want to prep your band by wiping it with the alcohol wipe and making sure that you get it 100% clean, but then also 100% dry. Now, if you are familiar with the old style of bands, you can size this to be child size. It's only on one side, however. They used to wrap fully around the band. They no longer do that. So you push here and you separate out just like before, but it only comes up to this side. Now, our skins are exactly the same kind of style that they were before in that they only cover the smaller kind of child size portion of the band. They do go right up to, but not over this center bevel. And then you will find included a mouse head if you're ordering the full wrap. If your center doesn't have the mouse head, you can simply discard it or use it like on a water bottle, piece of paper, anywhere else you want to put a decal. So that is that. Now let's get started. I like to start with it kind of laying down on a flat surface, and then you're gonna bend it and pull it away. As you can see, most of those little dots will separate out. If not, you can just push it with your toothpick if you have any concerns at all. But I do like the dots to help kind of line it up. So if they don't separate it out, no big deal, push it through, or you can wait once you get it on the band and use the little prongs on the back of the Magic Band. Now, you're gonna go ahead and just line up like the first, I don't know, 2 or 3 holes, give it a little tap, and you want to stay right inside that portion that's going to separate off, okay? I pick it up once I've done that and see it sticking up like this. Now, this is the trick to all of our Magic Band skin applications, and it has been all the way back. So plus 2.0, 1.0, you will determine where this lines up based on how you curve this band, okay? If you go real straight, you can see that's gonna go too far. If you go real bent, it's not gonna go far enough. So as you are working with your thumb knuckles right up, what you wanna be doing is rounding your band. Now, come right up and you can straighten it or bend it to make sure you are going. It's up to you. Where this lines up is entirely up to you. All of the skins are laser cut to precision to fit exactly this way. So it is up to you if it overlaps the bevel too much or not enough, that's on you. Okay, so that's application. Go straight up and you can still flex all the way. And then out one wing, out the other wing. And you want to make sure that you're inside these edges, just right inside that kind of removable part. Now, what you're going to find immediately right off the bat, okay, this wants to come off. It does not want to stick to this band material. But with the help of heat, the heat activates the adhesive, making it really tacky, but then also kind of helps the band to kind of shrink wrap on, help the skin to kind of shrink wrap onto the band. Now, look, It wants to now naturally stay in this round. I want you to let it stay in this round. If you push it flat, the skin will pucker and want to lift off. If you get any creases, if you get any bubbles, more heat, get it nice and warm. It sometimes takes more heat than you think it would need. But what you want to do is then hold it in place until it's cool, okay? So that is how this works. Now, this application video is for your printed skins. If you have a solid color glitter, not your video. If you have glow in the dark, not your video. If you have a foil skin, not your video. So all of the skin types, all the different materials have a different application process. This is for the printed skins. Now look at this. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Now, if you flex it flat, it will want to lift off. If you do flex it flat and it pops off, then guess what? More heat sticks back down. If you get a crease and you find it lifting up, more heat sticks back down. These are, in my experience, and I left this submerged for over 24 hours in a glass of water. In my experience, they are waterproof. Am I going to tell you they're waterproof? No, they're heavily water resistant. Why? Because saying that they're waterproof would just be bad for business, because ideally you're not leaving them submerged. Ideally, you're not scuba diving. Are they safe for water rides? A little bit of pool time, park time, sure. Would I prefer if you took it off for the pool? Yes, I would. Would I prefer that you didn't shower with it? Yes, I would. However, it should be good, safe, totally good. Now, after you do have it in water, I'm going to ask that you let it dry it out before you're flexing it too much, because if you dry it out, the skin's going to be good. Again, anytime at all, if you need to get more, edges down, anything like that, then guess what? More heat. Now, if your edges are sealed down, that is when the water resistance is key. If your edges aren't down, man, that's on you. Make sure those edges are down. So let's start with our second side. Now, I'm just kind of gonna push this side flat, not that side, okay? So rolling my backing away, lifting up, trying really hard to not touch that backing, holding the sides of the skin. I want to line it up just inside the edges, okay? Give it a little pop, flip it around. Now you can flex and pull and adjust as you are traveling up the band. Now again, right there's my sweet spot, okay? Up to the bevel, out one side, out the other side. Okay, now, what am I gonna do from here? That's right, guys, heat. Now, see, you can see it's lifting off right there on the end. Let me see if you can see that right there. You can see that there's separation. Guess what? Heat, 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 heat. Now then, once we have our edges down, and you can see it is popping up just a smidge right there. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I like to latch it just over, let me get it to focus, just over this last hole right here. Now, when you are latching and unlatching your band, please be careful, okay? Because it is possible that if you just rip it off, you're gonna lift up this end a bit. So be careful when you are taking it off, because you don't wanna cause that separation. Again, if you do, more heat, more heat, more heat. Now, letting it cure, here's the deal. I want you to let it cure for 24 hours in this rounded position before you use it, making sure that all of the edges are sealed down, because that's gonna let it really, really get onto the band. Now look, we need more heat. Can you see right there? Right there, it's lifting up right in the center right here. I don't know if you can see that, right? Oh, there it is, right there. So while our band application is slightly more involved than peel and stick, it is by no means hard. You just need to be thorough and follow our specific instructions. Okay, now let's do the center. This is where I really like to use my toothpick because you can roll it off and lift it up, and then that helps you really, really line up, because like especially with these new Magic Bands, with the Magic Band Plus, so many of them have nice like light up features, and it was really important to me that we didn't block that. So I worked really, really hard to be sure to get a cut file, a design that's going to fit right within where these things light up. And again, if yours doesn't have the center Mickey, use the sticker somewhere else. All right, guys, that is the entire application process. Again, bubbles, creases, anything like that, heat it a little longer, hold it until it's cool. Can take a lot more heat than you think it's going to need to. Leave it last for 24 hours in this shape with all edges sealed down to let it really cure. If when you take this off, there's a bubble, a crease, anything like that, more heat, hold it longer, okay? Any questions, concerns, complaints, anything at all, reach out to us over on Etsy. It is super easy. We get back as fast as we possibly can. But other than that, look at that. Gorgeous.